everybody, welcome to Living with S. I am Sharon Mundia and today we're out in the streets because we're talking transport business. I'm about to meet a couple of ladies in the transport industry and I'm curious to hear a little bit more about their business, what they've had challenges with and what they're excited about for their future. My first guest is Nelly Wanjiko and she's a Tuk Tuk owner. It's right near a bus station, so if you're in the area and you're looking for a lady Tuk Tuk driver, check out Nelly. But I'm curious to see and hear more about her journey. So come on, let's go. Nelly, sasa, habari ya leo? Okay, I'm ready. Oh, mimi niko tayari kuingia tuk-tuk yako. Uko tayari?
Kwa sawa nitakubeba.
Okay, so nikati hapa mbele ama nyuma?
Na wewe hapa mbele nione venye na anachapanga maraundi.
Sawa.
So niingia hapa ukuje hapa.
So wewe utaingia kwanza?
Utaingia kwanza.
Sawa. Okay.
Wengine si wanaingia hapa?
Yeah. Come in, crew.
Haya.
And then, yeah. Okay. Here, close here.
Na cameraman?
Nisa ataingia too.
Oh.
Oh. Okay. Asante. Okay. Neutral. So how utakuesha kwanza? Okay, sawa.
Sasa tuta hivyo.
There we go.
Wala ni mzee tunaweza kuosha ikose kuwaka. Kaa tujamaliza
Oh my gosh. Nelly. Thank you. Wow. Ulianza kazi ya tuk-tuk lini?
Nimeendesha tuk-tuk like 1 year and a half now.
1.5 years.
Almost 1.5 years.
Yeah. Na vile ulimaliza shule ulikuwa unataka kufanya ni kazi ya transport ulikuwa unataka kuingia ama?
Okay, basically I love driving.
Okay.
But nilikuwa nataka kuwa journalist kama wewe.
Oh.
Lakini sasa sikuendelea.
Okay.
So nikaona driving ikiwa appropriate. Ninapenda kudrive.
Yeah. So ulianza na tuk-tuk kama ni driving gani ndio ulianza nayo?
Sikuwa naendesha PSV. Hizi gari zingine tu ndogo ya za person. But nikaingia tuk-tuk like a year ago. Nikaona nitafute hustle nayo.
Yeah. So ni magari gani ndio unaweza kuendesha vizuri?
Gari ndogo na tuk-tuk.
Umewahi endesha bus?
Nope.
Nelly, wacha nikwambie mimi nimeendesha 32 seater. Now, roll the clip. Roll the clip.
For
Here
real?
we go. Yeah. Nimeendesha 32 seater.
How far? How far?
Haikuwa so far. Ilikuwa kama 2 round.
I also can. I can. If given that opportunity, I know I can.
Yeah. But nilikuwa naogopa, acha nisikudanganye.
Mimi siogopangi.
Mimi nilikuwa naambia watu get out.
So mimi niko poa, siogopi.
So wacha nikuulize kazi yako hii ya tuk-tuk. Unaogopa, I mean, vile by the way hata nilikuwa na business ya tuk-tuk kitambo, tuk-tuk moja tu kitambo. Nakumbuka kulikuwa na mashida nyingi every time kungekuwa na city council ama sijui accident. Umewahi face those issues?
Hizo ni vitu lazima upatane nazo kwa barabara. But unajua tu venye deal nayo. Kama ni accident utakuwa cautious. Hautapatana nayo sana. Kama ni city council huku tao tumejua kukaa nao, ni marafiki zetu. Ukifuata their terms and condition unapelekana tu poa.
Okay, so wacha tuongea juu ya accident. Kwa vile hata vile mlikuwa kwa hiyo line, the line, nilikuwa naona the tuk-tuks were so close. A few times niliona zikibump nyingine na ilikuwa
tumezoea.
So ni aje unajiprotect na protect wengine ukiwa kwa barabara?
Just being cautious. Na unajiamini tu.
But unapatanga kuna kuanga na bullies, watu wanaonanga tuk-tuk ni nani toka kwa.
Kunao number one, watu wanadharau tuk-tuk, wanaona kama ni pikipiki au ni kama ni gari. So wanaidharau. But unazoea tu. But for hawa madereva wengine unajua wengi ni wanaume. So wakienda kukuingia ama kukubuli wakutani mwanamke, wanacheza chini, wanakuappreciate sana. Sana.
Umeona wanawake wengi kwa hii industry?
Kwa tuk-tuk kuna mwingine mmoja.
In the 1.5 years umeona tu mmoja
huku tao. Huko kwingine sijui. Huyo mwingine baki anaenda na commercial. So I'm alone kwa PSV.
Hiyo vile ulikuwa unaanza uliogopa at all ama ulikuwa
definitely? Unaona sasa kwanza kuendesha huku tao around tao inakuanga tricky kidogo. Magari ni mob, zingine ziko rough. But after like 3 days bora unajiaminia. Unatoboa tu. Then you do it with passion. Napenda sana drive, napenda kung'ang'ana na hawa wanaume kwa barabara. So naona ikiwa fun.
Na hii tuk-tuk community kwa vile kuna wanaume wengi sana, waliku welcome ama
walini embrace vizuri. Kuna times unasikia kama uta give up but wanakuambia ndio ile kazi utafanya.
So niambie, those times ulikuwa unataka ku give up, ni nini ilikuwa inaku put down? Ni nini ilikuwa inaku
definitely ni venye hakuna do sana. So unajua hii gari lazima niwekee mwenyewe do juu si yangu. Unaona? So unapata the whole day umemwekea do yake, hujapata anything. So unafikiria unaweza quit. Then si unajua sasa hii ni kazi ngumu, si rahisi hivyo juu bado ni kazi ya wanaume. So saa zingine unasikia una give up, wewe ni dem. But life tu uko nje inabidi tu kuwe hapo utafutie watoi.
Hustle. Uko na watoto?
Have 2 boys.
Wow.
I'm a mom of 2 boys. My first one ako class 6. He's 12 years. Na ako kengine kako 3 years. I'm happy.
Customers wakiingia tuk-tuk na wanaona ni mwanamke kwa on the driver's seat. What's their reaction?
It depends. A lot of men will appreciate me na wanani encourage. Some women pia. But pia kuna mwanaume ataingia asikie haezi bebwa na mwanamke. So umembebe huko nyuma lakini ni ana drive. Sijui kama umeelewa. Sasa ni yako zile wewe kanyanga break. Sijui wewe utatugongesha pole madam. So unasikia na unajua ni customer, huwezi muongelesha vibaya, unakuwa tu humble.
So hausemi chochote.
Unasema nini? Na unamhitaji kesho. You don't talk. So umembeba like 20 minutes muachane na kesho unamhitaji. So una smile tu. So ukismile ananyamaza tu na mnafika. Naona mmefika safe.
Ndio hopefully anaanza kuelewa.
Anaona kumbe hata wanawake wanaweza fanya hivi but most like 98% wanani appreciate, wanani embrace. Hata nisipokuja job like one day kuna wenye hapo hawezi bebwa na gari nyingine. Wanataka ya madam.
So kazi unaanzanga saa ngapi?
Mimi huingia morning, ni venye leo nilichelewa kidogo. Mpaka around naweza ingia 8 to 5 juu ya watoi wangu. Ndio nipate family time pia.
8 to 5.
Saturday siingi.
So Saturday na Sunday uko?
Sunday nakuja.
Sunday uko
after
kazi?
Church I come. Lakini Saturday juu ya watoi wangu I want to bond with them. I don't come.
And that balance ya kazi na watoto
utaweza kwa sababu si unajua mchana hata hao wako shule. So una spend time nao kama Saturday. Alafu sasa jioni asubuhi wana understand tu.
Hustle, balance by the way.
Balance.
So when it comes to the money, finances, mmeelewanaje na mwenye tuk-tuk? So unafaa kufika a certain amount alafu the rest ni
there is a fixed target. Akikupea gari yake anakuambia hii gari nataka hii do. So whether kukauke ama kukaepoa unamweka hiyo do. Wewe kukikapoa hata ukipata kadha au 5 bora umweka ile yake. Hiyo nyingine yote ni yako.
So ni nini ina determine a good day? Kuna seasons ama ni timing?
I'd say God determines a good day. Pangu. Because unaweza jipangia siku kuna season na wewe ukauke uende home hivyo wengine wapate. So I think God determines a good day for me.
Na ni lazima mkae kwa hiyo queue.
Lazima.
So
sasa hizo ndizo zile
organizing
we have circles. So wako wanasimamia, wana control. So lazima tuende na we must be organized.
Woo, it's raining. I think turudi ndani tuende one more round. Amaje?
I'd appreciate. Hata kama ni 2 ama 3.
Oh, bas.
Maswali zimeisha?
Twende. I mean, nitakuuliza tukaendelea tu, but ni sawa. For now, niyo mvua ndio natoroka.
Your cameras.
So Nelly, before we leave, ningependa unielezee gears, I don't know, acceleration.
Now, if I switch off, ningezimia hii, unainua tu inazima. Then this is the ignition, unawashia tu hapa. This is called a DC, unainua, unawasha.
So kuwasha
ni this one and this one. They goes in handy. Now, kama ni you go to reverse, lazima gari kwa reverse. Unaweka hiyo hapo.
So hii ndio gearbox.
Hiyo ndio reverse. Reverse.
No, but hii ndio ina act kama gear, yani ku change gears.
No. This is reverse pekee and unarudisha gear number 1 na inaenda.
Hii ndio gear.
Now this is the gear and the clutch. Umeelewa? Saizi iko neutral, umeweka reverse. You see, neutral. Then you go number 1 and you go. Then neutral again, unatoa gear, then you go. Now this is the clutch na hii ni gear.
Accelerator.
This one.
Ndio. So hiyo ni hiyo
kwa brakes. Hii ni hand brake. Ukisimama unaweka hand brake.
What? It's so different. Okay, wacha nione kama nitakumbuka. Hii ni ya switch off. And then kuwasha ni hii na hii.
Good.
And then
this is the gear.
The gear
lazima gari kwa neutral. Unaweka gear there.
Gear reverse. So ningetaka ku reverse na shika clutch.
Good. Unaenda number 1, clutch ikiwa ndani. Unaachilia clutch pole pole, accelerate pole pole. Umeelewa?
Shika. Sorry. Pole.
Umeelewa?
Tumemshika.
Hajaguzwa.
Uko na hakika?
Tujamguza? Haya.
Tumemguza?
Now we are good.
Thank you, Jesus.
Haya, then.
Oh God, okay.
Now you must be concentrate na side mirror sana.
When
you're doing this, lazima akili haiko hapa, uko kwa side mirrors.
Of course, kama kuendesha gari yoyote.
That's ni lazima. Hata sikuwa nakumbuka kuna gari hapo. Haya, sasa hii ndio light, hii ni lights. This is the wiper.
Oh, wiper.
Hii ni lights. This is the hazard. The speed na hii ni ya fuel. Hakuna kitu ingine.
Wow. Na hizi?
This is the full light, dim light. Hii ni horny. Indicators. Indicator hata ifanyi. Just indicator. Hizi ni indicator. Hivyo tu.
Wow. Bas, I've got everything. Ni nani anaogopa huko nyuma sana? Okay, so I think sasa twende sasa. Sijasema sasa. Of course, madam. But sasa twende one more trip.
Tuende hata mkitaka 2 ama 3. I wish isipokuwa ni venye nilisema mna haraka ningewapeleka venye mimi huenda na hakuna jam, but it's okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right, guys, we've got to take a break. We'll be back in a moment. Welcome back, ladies and gents. I'm in a Tuk Tuk. My very first time in a Tuk Tuk on the show. I've been in many Tuk Tuks before, but first time on the show. I'm with Nelly and we're about to take a drive around the city. We're in Nairobi.
mpaka ujue nakaa nikisongesha. Okay.
I think you're no sio mara ya kwanza yangu kwenda na Tuk Tuk in town. I've done it before.
Lakini jaibebwa na dem.
But jaibebwa na dem, so I love that. So acha nikuulize. What makes you so happy about hii kazi yako? Ni nini una enjoy kabisa?
Number one, inanilelea watoto. Another thing, napenda kufanya kazi nifanye na madem wengine. I love being unique. So I love that challenge.
Yeah. Who are the first and who set the tone. What you're doing, ita encourage madem wengi waingie this industry.
Na kama ni wafunze, sijui kwa nini wanaogopa tao.
So niambia ni nini ungetaka kuambia mtu kama kuna msichana mwingine anataka kuingia hii business, what advice would you give
Number
them?
one, kama kabisa anapenda kudrive, lazima akuwe na passion na anajiamini. Akijiamini tu anitafute. Nitamfunza tu. Alafu aende driving, lazima uwe na license, lazima uwe na stamp ya FG, aende driving. Tu sawa.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Welcome.
So kazi itakuwa hadi 5 p.m.
Leo naweza kaa mpaka 7, leo ni Friday. So naweza kaa mpaka kitu 7.
Okay. All right. Well, ladies and gents, if you're in town, OTC, near bus station, Nelly is your girl. Nelly. Wacha nikuulize, kuna mtu anaweza kukutafuta mwenyewe aseme ni hata kama kuna line, unaweza sema mimi sitaki hiyo mambo ya line, nataka Nelly.
I have like kaa watatu hivi wanne. Wengine si wajui wananitafuta tu wanakuja wanasema huyo dem rasmi ndio ananibeba hapo. And I appreciate hiyo ni favor pia.
I love it. Nelly. Look for Nelly. Okay, thank you, Nelly.
Welcome.
All right.
It was my pleasure.
Off to another lady in the transport industry. So come with me. Let's get going. And now we get to meet Millicent Mtinyari. Hey, Millicent, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Can I hop in?
Yes, of course.
All right.
In.
First, I love the bright color. Oh my gosh. Tropical knits.
For you, from all my customers, you can have one of them.
That is so fancy. This is like the real deal when it comes to Ubers.
I think I should get you some sodas next time.
Hey.
I know, right?
Millicent, come on. 6 stars for you. All right, let's go.
Thank you. So we can go.
All right, so Millicent, if it's okay, we can chat and drive. I'm curious to know a little bit more about how you started. How did you end up becoming an Uber driver?
Okay, so I first got my first car. It was an NZD that I was doing, like I was trying to do car hire business. So the car hire business turned out to be a bit chaotic because the drivers, you know, like you give someone your car for like a weekend and then it comes back messed up. And then that's why I had this idea. That's now basically when the taxi alien apps were starting. So I just decided to know, you know what, like let me just sell the older car, get the new one because they need like newer models, and then started on my own. At first, actually, I gave someone, because I was working, when I first got this car, I was working 8 to 5 job. So I couldn't do it myself, So I gave it to a driver.
So this was your side hustle?
Yes. Okay. I gave it to a driver for a few weeks before I also got like my documents, my PSV badge and everything else. And then the driver
what year was this?
That was last year.
Oh, last year,
early last year.
Okay, and then the driver?
And then the driver was like dishonest. You know, you want him to give you like 2K per day and then he can't even meet the target, and is complaining about, you know, how there are no jobs out there. And, you know, I decided, you know what, just let it go.
Yeah.
I'll have my car, I'll use it in the meantime. And then when I got the documents, because it's become such a crazy process at NTSA, but I was finally able to secure the documents. That's when I started doing it on my own.
Right.
And then by that time now, because I stopped my other job just before I bought the car, like that was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
That's when I decided to sell the other car before I bought, because I stayed for a period before I bought this one. So now I had started working as a flight attendant. As a flight attendant, now I had time, like after my crazy running around, flying, I would be done with my work early on time. So I decided, okay, now my documents are out and I actually have time to do it myself. So that's when I started doing this. So after my job, like I just get into my car, just get some ride. Actually, at the airport, you know, it's easier for you to get customers. So from my working at Wilson Airport, I get people like coming out of there. First, I started with Taxify before it changed its name. Now it's Bolt. Yeah. So I started with it, and then later on, I would get into these other apps, Uber and Little Cab. That's how I started, basically. So nowadays, I do it for myself, just part-time, but I'm able to make at least, you know, a few extra coins.
Which counts for a lot in this economy.
For a lot, yes, for sure.
Okay. Well, listen, that was a good ride. But I want to hear more about your story, but that's after the break. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a moment. Welcome back, everybody. If you're just joining us, I've gotten the chance to catch up with a couple of females in the transport industry, and I was just before the break speaking to Millicent and getting to hear how you started your Uber, your journey as an Uber driver, and I thought it was so interesting and very entrepreneurial of you to understand that, wait, I've got so much time after I'm done with my air hostess schedule that I might as well just drive this. Were you always entrepreneurial even as a child? Were you always looking for ways to, you know, think business and expand and make money?
Actually, I don't think I am. Actually, at one point in life, I remember my grandma telling me like I was the laziest girl ever.
What?
And then, you know, growing up, I had a really difficult life. When I got to KMTC, just here in Kenyatta, I was schooling doing pharmacy. And then at some point, life became very difficult. Like I actually totally had to drop out of college. And then that's when I started asking myself, you know, what can I do? Because I don't want to go back to poverty. I don't want to go back to Meru and then, you know, become this useless girl. So that's when I started thinking outside the box. And then doing, you know, business, then doing these all casual jobs. And then when I was finally able to put my foot together and, you know, get more resources to actually even buy like a car to do the side hustles. That's when it started, and then
to make sense.
to make sense, and I started doing more.
So let's talk about that actually. You know, being able to raise capital to buy the car. Is it that you were great at savings? Did you self-fund? Did you have to look for funding from different institutions, or how did you how were you able to buy
now
this car?
For the first car that I bought, actually I had some savings, but they were not enough because it was a second-hand car, so it wasn't as expensive. So I had to pull, like, we had an agreement, like a MOU with a bank in our company, so that's why I was able to get like more money,
more funding.
Yes, more funding, and then I bought the first car.
Right. So in the one almost 2 years that you've been doing this, have you come across many other female Uber drivers?
Actually, we're very few, and that's why we're able to recognize each other, because most of the time when you see like another female driver and she sees your car is labeled PSV, so you're like, hi, you know, that appreciating each other, because we're actually able to venture to an industry that was first labeled as male dominated. So it's we're very few, but I really like to see them and appreciate them, you know, like doing this, it's not easy.
Right.
Yes, but
so what's that been like, being, you know, having to carve out a niche for yourselves as female drivers?
It's been a bit difficult because mostly it's male dominated. So sometimes you go to places like, let's say for example in Isli, it's very crowded. Actually most of the like Taxify has a lot of customers in Isli. But then you at some point you're afraid to go there because there are like all these male people all over, and then you know Isli how it's like populated. They're all, and then they're like, you know, trying to like chokoza you because you're a female, you're a driver, you're a PSV driver, that. So it's not been very easy. And then also working like at night, sometimes like when I'm off duty, my official job like today, I'd probably like to do it like yesterday, the whole day, and even at night, at some point at night. But then because I'm a woman, my security comes first, so you feel like sometimes you can't get like you're not comfortable getting to ride like even men at night. You're not sure who they are. They could be rapists, they could be murderers, they could be anybody. So it's not been very easy. So that's why I try to like even when I have like a lot of free time, I'm on leave or I'm off duty for like 2 days, I can't do it like continuously, because why? Again, security. There are sometimes like probably from 9 p.m. I really can't do it. Because I remember one day I had like the whole night, like now the next day I was off duty, my usual job. So I was thinking, okay, probably I can do this, and then that's the first day I tried to do it like past 10 p.m. So I was in Uhuru Highway. So some guys like requested a ride. So they say they're at University Way, like in Nairobi University. So I went and parked there, and I was waiting for them. And then it just started raining all of a sudden. And then I was thinking, like my sixth sense is telling me, wait, why are you waiting for these guys? And then I could hear them like explaining to each other. I don't think they actually knew. So it just made, it wasn't.
Wait, what were they explaining?
They were explaining to each other like, hey, can you like talk to there were two of them. So at first I thought, you know, when someone orders, you don't expect them to be like, you know, you not know how, you don't know what kind of a person it is, first of all. And then it was at night, so I was thinking probably one person I can handle. But then I heard them telling each other, twende, like, ebu mo explainie kwenye yuko. So I'm thinking, okay, so you guys are together. And then the way they were sounding, they were sounding like some suspicious guys, and then it was pouring. Do you know what I did? I just canceled the ride. I drove off like very quickly because I was thinking, oh my gosh, what if they actually find me and then they force me to actually, because it was over 5 minutes. So I couldn't be charged. That's the best thing that happened, because it was over 5 minutes wait. They had not come out, and then actually I wouldn't be like, I wouldn't reduce my ratings. And then I just drove, like I literally drove off. I put the entire thing offline and I went home.
You know,
like
I
it's
have
crazy.
to say, I'm so glad you trusted your sixth sense. There's no saying what could have happened. They could have been the nicest guys, the loveliest guys, but they could have also been a group of drunk men who were up to no good. You don't know. And in this case, you just rather trust your instincts. I would like to know if you feel that these apps that you work, whether it's Uber, Little Cab, or Bolt, whether they have systems in place that make it easier for women to be able to do their jobs without worrying about their security, especially when it comes to nighttime driving?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But funny enough, there was a day that I just pressed my phone mistakenly, and then I called the SOS button on the Bolt app. I didn't expect it. You know, the country that we live in, you actually don't expect anything to work.
You never know.
And then I just dialed the SOS button, and they actually called immediately. But then I asked myself at the end of it all, after when they call, probably someone has hijacked you. How are you able to actually just respond
but perhaps they
and
can
explain?
track you. That would be my hope.
Yeah,
that they would not ignore.
No, but then how come if the hijacker just realizes what you're doing and actually takes your phone?
Yeah.
What do you do then? Because they destroy the phone, and then how are they able to track you? Because they'll track the last place that they probably saw you.
Yeah.
According to their systems.
Right.
It's a bit crazy. It's a risk that we take.
Yeah.
But
there's room for more to be done.
There is room
I do know
for
that
more
there's
to be
some
done,
apps
for sure.
that allow you to request for a female driver, right? Is there something like that where I can specifically request for a female driver?
There is the new one that is called InDriver. I haven't tried it. I have the app, but I haven't tried it.
Okay.
The one where you set your fares, that app.
Oh, is that it?
Yes, I don't know. I'm not sure if you're able to request.
I feel like I've heard about
female
it,
driver.
and maybe I'm making it up in my head, but I think it
could be there.
It could be there.
Yeah.
But I think there's also space for these institutions to show up a little bit more and make sure that their drivers, and I'm sure even for men too, but mostly the female drivers, to feel safer.
But I also feel like that would be another thing altogether, because if you set up that option for requesting for a female driver, and then there are all these crazy guys,
so it could work against you as well.
It could.
Yeah. I'm not sure how to fix this, but there's room for those discussions.
There's room
to
for
be
improvement,
had.
for sure.
Yeah.
We can do better.
Yeah.
We can do better as a country.
So tell me, what are you most excited about and grateful for when it comes to your business?
I'm grateful for so much, because when I actually decided to start this, first it was for my sister, because I'm a breadwinner for my entire family. So I'm grateful that I was actually able to make this extra coin, because I also do school. I have my school fees to pay at Daystar. Daystar is not cheap. So I'm grateful that I'm actually able to make some more money out of this. Even if I save my 2K per day, which is money from my pocket, I've already paid my commissions, I've put fuel and everything else. I'm just grateful for that chance, because otherwise, how would I do it? How would I do it? I could have tried another business and then it could just fail and everything. But this, you're actually assured for some income daily. So I'm grateful for that, for sure. It's a beautiful thing, and it gives me opportunities to do with my free time what I could have actually wasted, or just go out and do crazy stuff.
And as we close up, I think it's funny for your grandma made fun of you. Maybe back then you could have done a little bit more. I don't know. But it's clear that you've been able to create something beautiful out of this in your life. And wow, kudos to you.
Thank you, Sharon. Thank you. I try, for sure, because I always remember what my grandpa, she used to call me in Kimeru Mudao. So I was like, okay. And then she used to joke, you need to get a rich husband. Then I'm like, wait. Growing up, and then I asked myself, wait, why do I have to get a rich husband for me? I can do it for myself.
You can do it. Yes.
I know, right?
You're doing it for yourself and for your family.
And for my baby.
And for your baby. Oh, Millicent.
She needs to know. She needs to know for sure that women can actually do something, even when we have all these challenges and we have all these stigma, and women are told you can't do this, is what you're supposed to do. We've broken the norm, and I'm really grateful for that.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you too, Sharon.
I enjoyed my ride.
Yes.
6 stars for you, even though I didn't officially order. I don't know if there's a way I can break the system and just give you more stars, but thank you so much.
Thank you so much for airing my story as well, and I hope that we can actually have that option for requesting female drivers, and then you can always request
and
it.
you can decide whether you want to accept it, so that you can keep yourself safe.
Yes,
in
yes,
this case.
yes.
But thank you, and
you.
thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's show. I thought it was very enlightening getting to know and hear a little bit more about female drivers, whether it's a tuk-tuk driver or a taxi driver, an Uber driver in this case. So next time you're out and about, please be more courteous on the road. Even Nelly earlier was telling me that when she's on the road, sometimes she gets a few bullies. I don't know, but I like that the women are standing up for themselves and just owning their spaces on these roads. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. But for now, adios, drive safe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.